Good morning, everybody. You got JC this morning. Reptar as could not make it. He'll pop in if he can. So you're going to get a very abbreviated morning show news update today because my throat still feels horrible. You guys know, like, that really dry chest cold that sits like right here, and it's not a big deal because it's like, and then after about 2 or 3 days of nonstop coughing, your abs hurt and your throat feels like fish hooks, and then like every time you cough, it's like your head pulses. Yeah. That was me yesterday. Today, doing a little better. So we're going to get into it. I'm going to keep it short, though, just because my throat is still pretty raw, and I'm afraid I won't be able to talk for long. So I've got the mic. If I need to speak up or if I need to move the mic closer, let me know, okay? Alrighty. Yeah, I wondered if it's bronchitis. I don't know. My wife would probably know, but she's like, suck it up. You're fine. Love it, which is why I married her. All right, let me switch over to this, and we will go straight into the bubbles. My bubbles. Bourbon did fix it last night. We had a great time. I don't know why that's become the default, but we're going to switch it back over to this. Restream changes up their stuff every now and then. I do like the new music additions. But, yeah, fixing that. Had to move my mic and move my keyboard, so maybe not quite as smooth on the transitions today, and may have to mute just like this while I rip a piece of my throat out. Well, today, not looking great, but the hour just turned around. This was red when I was setting up. So on the hour, things have turned around. On the day, we're still, Siren doing what Siren does, but I don't know, renders down 3.8 for the day. Solana down 4% for the day. ICP 4%. HBAR 3%. This is over the last 24 hours. But then you go to the week and you're like, oh, okay. But the bottom line is we're just kind of bouncing around like we will be. We're going to talk today about what's going on with the Clarity Act, because I think that's the next. Yeah, price appreciation fixes everything. If instead of being pre-rich, we could be, on the moon, I would probably have access to all of the high-end alien drug tech that would just make me feel better all the time. So, yeah. Did you guys see that a lot, once the United States government created the website aliens.gov, and then all of a sudden you start looking at all of these high-profile scientists and propulsion experts or whatever are disappearing or found dead? Anyway, that's beyond our scope. But let's take a look at the big boys. This is just the easiest way to do it. Bitcoin's down 2.4% for the day. XRP down 2%. So we're just bouncing around. I'll show you in the coin market cap. 2.39 trillion. We're you can see here we're going between this level for the last all the way February 2.18 up to 2.5. We've been hanging out in this range right here, 2.3 to 2.4 for a while. Yeah, I would rather be post-poor than, pre-rich. But whatever. We'll get there someday. We all gonna make it. I'm going to tell you why here in just a minute, because now we can play with the big boys. But let's take a look. I want to show Bitcoin's down at 69,000 again. That's weekly. Let me go to dailies. Like literally, we've been bouncing around here since, what is that date? February the 5th. We had this candle drop down here, and we've literally been bouncing between 62 and, take off that wick there, 75. Between 62 and 75. But realistically, we've really been bouncing between these numbers here, 63 and 72. And it's until something happens to change that. We could obviously get some kind of black swan, but you would think, yeah, range, me too, current to poor. At least in terms of crypto. I'm not gonna blow smoke up your skirt. Obviously my wife is very successful and we are financially successful, and crypto is not our largest family position. We have traditional investments, but crypto is what I think can retire the bloodline, and that's what I'm trying to do. Sorry, didn't sleep super well. So yeah, I want to point out, I was talking about black swans. You would think that the United States actively attacking Iran. And yeah, it's not a war, it's a military. It's a freaking war. I don't care what politicians call it. And well, technically we have this many days to call it. I don't care. Whatever. United States goes to war with Iran and Bitcoin didn't even flinch. So that's not going to affect the price of crypto. What is? We'll talk about that in just a second. Look, here's the current odds. This is the rate staying the same. This is a rate hike. The current rate you can see here is 350, 375. 94% chance of staying the same in April. 6% chance of it going higher. That's great. Anyway, who cares? Moving on. I don't want to start with that. Well, if we can start with that, it's just good news. Give me 1 second. This is just general news. It's not part of my small. You can see normally I have a whole lot more tabs, but the first tokenized FX financial exchange trade in history, powered by, say it with me, children, HBAR, Hedera, Lloyds Bank in London, and Archax have executed the first ever foreign exchange trades. Foreign exchange, like US dollars to Great British pounds, to euros, to Japanese yen, Chinese yuan, like foreign exchange, using tokenized real world assets as collateral. We as a crypto community, I think, have slept on how important tokenized assets being called commodities is going to make things different. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But you can see here the first ever foreign exchange real world tokenized real world asset collateral there, entirely on Hedera. You don't have enough HBAR. Not financial advice. Do your own financial advice. You're a big boy or a big girl, or a big pink or purple dragon. And please use our information as a single data point that you are collecting from other sources. I like Altcoin Daily. I like Frankie Candles. I like Crypto Jeb. I like Crypto Wendy O. Throw some others in the comment that you like. Like, they are all my sources of data. So find people that give you good data, get all the data together, and then make a decision for yourself. But Lloyds of London was founded in 1760, blah, 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 260 years of banking history. Great. Hedera is my point here. So tokenized assets is collateral. Means no more time waiting days for settlement. No more counterparty risk sitting in limbo. Instant, verified, and on-chain. Guys, the difference, this is like there's no trust required. It's not like, oh, well, I'm going to put it in escrow. Rupert at All in Crypto. Yeah. Oh, Tim Warren is a good one too. Yeah, Rupert is All in Crypto, and he's excellent on technical analysis. I love listening to him. I like Crypto with Klaus. Choo choo bitches. That phrase is not trademarked, but it is his. But that's what he says. So I do like Crypto with Klaus. He's awesome. He gives you just straight good news, bad news. He doesn't care. Brings you the news, good or bad, happy or sad. That's what he does. He's awesome. Wyoming's on HBAR. So yeah, wanted to. That's still. This is all crypto being utilized while prices are down and garbage. But let me move over to this. Let's talk first. I do want to talk about the Clarity Act first, because I think the Clarity Act is the big switch, the big gate that opens things up. I'm going to go here first. Diana, I do follow Diana, Invest with D, because I'm gonna say she, because Diana's the girl's name. Diana, if Diana ever corrects me, I will be corrected. She puts this out, and I have been following Diana now for a little while. Does good stuff. Jake Claver. Like the dude, his problem, and this is, again, I'm a nobody. Here, let me change this because it says Reptar. There you go. I am literally a random dude in my wife's basement, but the guy makes excellent analysis and points, and then comes up and says crap like XRP over 1,000 by 2026. Again. Look, don't get me wrong. I would love for him to be right. I just don't think he's going to be. You guys know where I stand on XRP. But again, from Invest with D, I like basically her reporting here. The White House confirms the Clarity Act is a done deal, that all the other FUD is false. And that came from the crypto advisor, Patrick J. Witt, from his direct Twitter. So there's been a lot of uninformed FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, which basically that's just a term anybody uses for criticism nowadays, which is annoying. But he says it's going to work out bullish. Senator Loomis also confirmed that. Cynthia Loomis is kind of like the big bug in the Senate who's pushing the crypto stuff. Mr. Gray, I agree. He feels oily. Someone tell the United States that Jake Claver is oily. He'll be invaded. But yeah, the reason I want to read that first is because we also get this from BCN News. Coinbase rejected the latest Senate stablecoin. Coinbase has told Senate offices it cannot support the newest Clarity Act language. Let me switch this. Sorry, I'm not doing my job today. Sorry, guys. But it's not going. It can't support the current language on stablecoin yields. And if you missed either yesterday or the day before, stablecoin yields, basically the new quote unquote agreement, which we predicted months ago, is that exchanges will be forbidden from offering deposit yields. Like, you will not be able to earn interest just for holding your crypto on an exchange. But that's it. If you want to stake, if you want to loan, if you want to participate in any type of exchange actions, like things you do on the exchange, if they want to give rewards for trading, if they want to give rewards for staking, whatever, cool. Just no yield for depositing. And we called that months ago. That was what was likely going to be the compromise. Brian Armstrong is not happy with that. I understand, because that's one of the things that sets Coinbase ahead of a lot of other exchanges, is they do that was meant to be one of their main products. So I get it. But hey, don't get me wrong. If the option in real life were going to be, excuse me one second. If the option were going to be, I could get 0.1% by holding cash in the bank, or I could get 5% by putting it on Coinbase. Like, there's no risk involved for me there. I'm not loaning it out. I'm just depositing it. So yeah, but you say that I'm not loaning it out, like you're not loaning out your money when you deposit it in the bank. That is a great question, Mr. Gray. If Ripple gets its bank, what would stop them from offering a higher interest in their accounts? I think that's a very good point. The resistance is reportedly less severe than his earlier opposition, but they may just move on. If Coinbase and Brian Armstrong are really the only objection, and all the other crypto players are like, good enough, and the banks are like, good enough, I see this moving forward. If it moves forward, I think that's a great thing. No, we'll go to that in a second. From Kyle Chassé, we had not, I haven't checked in on him in a while, but another good Twitter person or X person to follow. That's funny that didn't show up. Did one of the mods take care of that? He has a point that 99% of crypto is going to zero. We have also said that. That is true. There are 2.4 million coins today. There's 2.5 trillion total market currently. 65% of the market is sitting on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stable coins. And most of the market is diluted. Yes, with very few grinding towards a real goal. Yes, we are, I think, about to move out of the .com boom and into the people with utility stay. And this is his point, and I agree with it 100%. Regulation doesn't kill crypto. It forces selection, capital won't disappear. It will concentrate. People will look at the crypto that's out there and go, that works, that works, that works. I don't care about a picture of a frog. It does nothing. I don't care. Put my money here. I agree with that 100%. Ice asks, is there banking rules against rates by banks? Like there are, let me put that on the screen. Sorry, I got my stuff in the way here. It's a good question. I don't know. I would not be surprised if the largest banks, who basically own all of the smaller banks, basically got together and said, "Hey, we're all going to just casually agree that we're not going to pay rates more than this." Wouldn't be surprised. Sorry, guys, got to move quickly. Voice is fading. Yeah. So this is from Crypto Rover. This is March 26th. That was, oh, that's right. That's today. $4.3 trillion Fannie Mae. Fannie Mae, aren't they the people that screwed up the housing market and also the student loan stuff? Like, aren't they the people that screwed student loans up so badly that the federal government took over student loans for college, and now college prices are up 10 to 20 times what they were when I was in college? Anyway, moving on. They are accepting crypto-backed mortgages. Sorry, trying not to cough on the mic. This is a lot of Americans to use Bitcoin and crypto as collateral. This is the important part that I want to get into today. Not like, oh, we'll allow you to buy a house with crypto. Like instead of hey, sell your crypto, get US dollars, pay us in dollars. No, no. You can just use your crypto as collateral. Like say, hey, I want to buy that house. I have this much crypto. Will you sell me the house against my crypto? And if I default on the loan, you get my crypto. That's how collateral works. You know what else happens when something is used as collateral to gain other stuff? It's not a taxable income. We've talked about this several times on the show. That is how the big boys keep their wealth. They don't sell their assets, they borrow against them. And a loan is not income because you have to pay it back. Any profit you make over and above the loan amount is taxable, but the loan itself is not taxable. Nor did they have to sell the asset, which is also a taxable event. You, me, anybody that has crypto can now play that game. Obviously, do it with the advice of your financial advisors, but we can play that game now. And that is huge. This is from Coinbase themselves. Get your house, keep your crypto-backed mortgages. And this is the important part, and this is why I think it's a big deal. You can now buy a home without converting your portfolio by using Bitcoin or USDC as collateral for your down payment. Most places require a 20% down payment. Okay. That used to mean you had to give them 20% of the house's value in money. Like if your house costs $100,000, you had to put up $20,000 of your own cash, like out of your pocket. You're not going to see it again. This is allowing to borrow against your Bitcoin for your down payment. You don't have to pay anything. Now, if you default on the loan, they get your crypto. But if you're planning on, being a normal person and owning your house and paying your mortgage, and that loan is not income, and you didn't have to sell or spend your Bitcoin, which currently is a taxable event. Bitcoin historian at Pete_Rizzo_. Guys, this is, I'm bringing this up to you because I think it's a big deal. And I think it's important. And I think it's another huge stepping stone for crypto as a whole. What was I going for here? Oh, maybe it was this one. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's why there was this. So this is from at Jeremy BTC. When did he post this? I think he posted this morning. Yeah, posted it this morning. So tomorrow, Friday, some Bitcoin bets expire, some contracts, some futures contracts expire tomorrow. This is the important part. I agree, Mr. Gray. I agree. Crypto is a big deal, and most people are going to miss out on the opportunity. But this is why I brought this up. Um, if if the institutions are looking to uh, make max profits on, or the people, the institutions who sold these futures contracts, if they are going to make the most profit, um, I'm not a futures guy, so that's not puts and calls and all that. That's not. I can't explain those to you, but I will defer to someone who looks like they can. If Bitcoin gets to 75,000, market makers and institutions win on the futures market. Yeah, Mark. Like we've been telling people, we're trying to tell people like it's. I can tell ice is salty today. It's okay. Look, all you can do is put the information out there. If people want to take it, cool. If they don't want to take it, cool. They will be the ones griping that it wasn't fair that you got Bitcoin or Chainlink or XRP back on its cheap. All right, let me move on a couple more things here. This is just for you, Ice. Hopefully, this will put you in a better mood. This is from Chainlink, one platform to connect it on. I'm going to click on this so you guys can all see it. Let me smallify my face. Let me bigify my page. So you can see right here in the middle, blockchain network, any blockchain network. Chainlink, 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 Chainlink. They go and fetch. Chainlink links the blockchains. Chainlink does not link chains to each other. Chainlink, I mean, it can, but Chainlink links crypto to outside Web 2 data that Web 3 needs to function. Let me see if this helps. Nope, it doesn't help you on the screen if I zoom in. All right. On this side, you got banks and enterprise systems like legal legacy infrastructure, clouds, and CRM. I'm trying to help your day get better. Up here, you've got data and web API, off-chain computation, financial information, identity and compliance, and other blockchains and digital asset networks. This is what Chainlink does. This is all this in the middle here. This is black is any blockchain network. Chainlink is like, hey, you need to pull in that outside information. Boom, we got you. We got you, fam. Sorry. Let me cancel that. Let me go back up to here. This is also for you, Ice, and I'll switch this back so if you're zooming in, you can see it. From Altcoin Buzz IO or Altcoin Buzz, 75 billion is secured, 64% of the market share, and still never back. Does that number surprise you, Ice? Chainlink. Chainlink has 64% of the Oracle market share. Yeah. Interesting. Sorry, let me get to this one last thing and I get out of here. My throat's killing me. Apparently, I didn't have one last thing, so let's see. That was my last thing. Was the yeah. Coinbase. McLaren joins HBAR. Reptar talked about that. Coinbase partners with Better Mortgage to lock crypto-backed home loans is awesome. Foreign exchange. We talked about that. What else got? This is the way the big boys play. Raoul Powell. Obviously, we missed the banana zone, and he's like, "Yeah, I was wildly wrong on this by orders of magnitude." HBAR AI agents. Okay. That is all I have for you today. I hope you continue to have a good, or at least a better Thursday, ICE. And we will see you tomorrow morning. Hopefully, I will sound even better and feel even better. But I'm going to go work on my taxes now. All right, Chompy, let's get out of here.